So we're gonna do this since people want to hate on my original post. We're gonna go back here. And I'm gonna say it again. I'm here and I'm him. I'm the one that provided. I'm the one that protected. I'm the one that simped. I'm the one that was an honest man. I was faithful. I held my family down. I couldn't afford luxury, but I could afford some extras. And I did hold it down for the family. Okay. All to be discarded like trash. 8 years into my relationship, my significant other decides she wants to have a relationship with a whole dude behind my back while she had a family at home. But I was here providing for our kids, providing for her kids that weren't mine, and I wouldn't abandon my own kids, which she required of me to do, but I wouldn't do it. I stood 10 toes down and said, I'm not going to abandon my kids. So because I would not abandon my kids, she decided it was okay to go out and have a whole relationship with a whole nother man behind my back. When I was the one paying the bills in the house, she didn't have to work when she was pregnant. She didn't have to work for at least 5 years out of our relationship. And she had all the money. She could use all her money when she did work. She used all her money to go enjoy life. And then when she was broke, who do you think was still providing the extras for her? Me. Okay. So I'm still going to stand 10 toes down on this. But whoever erased my original post, what's crazy about that is that when someone gets on here and they're just trying to put their pain out there and make it make young kings aware of what's going on and how not to provide, and let them know, look, providing for these women out here who ain't gonna do for themselves, don't do it. Keep to yourself. Keep your money to yourself. Don't provide for them. If they got kids, don't develop a relationship with them, because the first thing that they're gonna do when they're discarding you like trash is they're gonna dissolve the relationship between you and the kids. So you might as well keep all that energy to yourself and don't let anyone change your integrity, okay? Because that was one thing she tried to do, was turn me into a piece of shit and make me abandon my kids. And because I didn't abandon my kids, she decided to put infidelity on the table. Like it's okay for her to go out, disrespect our relationship, and go and have a relationship with a whole nother man just because I wouldn't abandon my children. I never cheated. I was never unfaithful. And there's not one woman out there that can attest for it. And all you haters out there that want to get angry at me because I said this. I said, I've never been disrespected by any other race but my own. Not saying.
Why would you wait till you're mad and upset to rebel and be a dog? If you a dog, be a dog. If you a cat, be a cat. If you a giraffe, be a giraffe. Don't wait till something happens to go be something else. Be who you really are from the jump. Bro, I hear your pain, and men like you. I hear your pain. But who are y'all actually mad at, though? Your rage is misplaced. If you're gonna be really upset, aim your upset pistol at patriarchy. It's other men that told you to do that. Protecting and providing. That comes from other men telling other men how to move, right? Don't aim that at the woman. No one told you to do that. You are under a societal program where you think that's the path to manhood. Protecting, providing, not going 50-50, all that. Who told you to do that? And then when you don't get the results that you want, you aim it at the wrong area. Aim it at the structure. Men at the top, right, told men at the bottom to do a specific behavior if you want to get access to a woman. And instead of thinking for yourself and thinking about what really works for you, you acquiesced. Y'all got to put that Bible down, because it's that Bible that got you thinking that is the path to manhood. This is how you're supposed to behave. How about you just be yourself? Who told you not to have other women? How you gonna throw that in somebody's face? You chose to do that. You could have had other women on the side or whatever. You got the money. No one told you not to do that. You chose to move and shake in that way. And when you don't get what you want, now you're mad. Baby girl went and got some dick by somebody else. She probably was ovulating. Holla at the dude. Run a train. Now you know she a freak. Flip the game. But now you don't think like that because you're under a program of behaving and doing what you think you're supposed to do. What about be yourself and be who you really are? No one told you to protect and provide. No one told you to do all the things that you were doing. If you have a problem with the structure and how it's set up, it was set up by guys, white guys. They told other people, conquer people, this is what you do. This is what the playbook. If you don't like the playbook, don't talk to women about it. Don't talk to anybody else but powerful men that set the tone on how to behave. And guess what? Those powerful men don't go by the rules you go by. They do what they want. That dynamic that you were under, that dynamic is the behavior of the powerless man. And if you really, really, really have a issue, and if you really, really have a problem with how that is set up, then you talk to the right person or people about it. Because guess what? It ain't women. And guess what? It ain't TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you attack, right, the areas that create these rules? It's other men. Other men told you to do that. And instead of being an individual, you did it. And now, because you didn't get the results that you wanted, now you're mad. Now you're throwing it in her face. I was faithful. Who told you to do that? Who told you to do that? Right? You get money, ain't you? Right? How you letting somebody that don't make more money than you tell you how to behave, right? You're the one coming through with the gold. He who has the gold rules. You should have created the life that you wanted because you're the one with the bag. And if she wasn't with it, find somebody else that is. No, but you know what it was? You let her pussy dictate how you move. Because if there was no sex involved with her, trust me, you wouldn't have been doing none of that. It's because you wanted exclusive rights and access between her legs, and that dictated your entire life. Because if she wasn't sleeping with you, you wouldn't have did none of the stuff you was doing. So holler at the men and address the fact that pussy can move you around. How about that, right? Total accountability. Matter of fact, supreme accountability. Don't put none of those outcomes on nobody but you, and the fact that you can be controlled by societal pressure of what you think a man is, and the fact that for vagina, for exclusive access to a woman, you will pay all her bills, you will do all this shit. Clearly, you mad, right? You mad. Right? Because you think you should get a different outcome. But I bet you if no sex was involved with her, you wouldn't did none of that. So she moved you around, right? And you mad now. Bruh, I hear your pain. Supreme accountability is everything is my fault even when it ain't. Everything is my fault even when it ain't. But you don't want to deal with that. You want to, it's time to be a dog. You should have been a dog from the rip. You should have been a wolf and a giraffe and a shark from the rip if that's how you really are. And guess what? There's female sharks for male sharks. There's female dogs for male dogs. Catch up with your own kind. But clearly, if you got to be a dog now, that ain't who you are. And don't let society and you being mad turn you into something that you're not. Be yourself. You just didn't get the outcomes that you thought you deserved, but that's your bad for not walking your own path. Stop letting society tell you what a man is, and stop being governed by exclusive access to a woman's pussy, and you would not get these outcomes. I hear your pain, but go look in the mirror first.